Well, I guess he finally showed up. It's the Football Hot Show, guys. What's up? What's up? Well, this is football news. Have a little meal here because this is going to be a long one. So, guys, again, you know what the drill is. I've got my itinerary here. It's going to be long. So kindly press pause, get a meal, and let's talk. That's the thing. This is just actually one of the most kindly hearted discussions that we're going to have. First off the bat, I and Robben. Me saying I am sad, angry, pissed off is an understatement. I do not accept his retirement. So, I don't care what he said. I don't care what he has announced. I have Jeremiah Hope do not accept Robben's retirement. He's not retired. He's going to be playing at the European qualifications, helping them to qualify for Euro 2020. And in the Qatar World Cup, if that happens, Robben will be there. Because Robben can easily play to his 40s. So Robben will be at the next World Cup. He'll be at the next Euros. It's really annoying. Very annoying. It grates me that one of the most talented players of his generation has to contend with arrant nonsense, like useless, absolutely useless, good for nothing players. Because the thing that Robben has around him, it's he has one of the worst football players on the planet. Janssen is one of the worst football players on the planet. He's a brick like aficionado. I mean, it's sickening. It pisses me off and it's just so sad. And I didn't even watch the match because people say, "Oh no, Robben, he gave a good account of himself, and then he did all he could to really help Holland through." Watching that would have just pained me even more. So that's I told him, nah. I don't accept his retirement because people do not appreciate what Robben is. People don't appreciate Robben's heart, his character, his single-mindedness, and his ability to carry a whole team on his back and get it to done individually. That is a very rare thing that not many football players understand. So I just think that I'm angry. I'm very, very angry that Robben won't be at the World Cup. So I'm trying not to think about it. I'm trying not to dwell about it. And I'm just trying to be positive and to think that he's going to get another chance. Because one of the greatest atrocities in this world is that Robben doesn't have a World Cup. That's one of the great atrocities. Well, with Spain, maybe they doped, I've heard stories that this guy's dope. And they beat their own people as well, using their police force. That's on its everything. But Dutch football is at its worst it's ever been. For as long as I've been watching football, way back since the early 90s, I've never seen the Dutch team this bad. I mean, they are atrocious. And the thing that they even within a chance of going through just shows you of Robben's incredible otherworldliness, because that's one of the worst teams in Europe. Forget in the group. That Dutch team, man for man, is one of the worst teams in Europe. But they're guys who I didn't even know existed. So, disappointments, unfortunateness, and that leads me to the next item. But just to end on that, no, I just want just very, very quickly. People that insult Robben or call Robben overrated or having anything bad to him, what's your point? Where are you coming from? I want to understand the slander, because if we're talking about footballing talent, carrying a team on your back, getting it done, being an individual, really going for it, grabbing the game by the scruff of the neck, doing something that is beyond what is humanly possible. Unless you're a hater or you're stupid, I don't understand how you can insult Robben. I just want to just put that out there. Messi. Well. He did it. He listened to the hangout. He listened to my vid. He's been listening to my insults, and Look, man. He delivered. Messi delivered. I still think that Ecuador team was paid. I still think that FIFA got involved. I still think that some of those goals that were scored, apart from the first goal, the other two goals that Messi scored, I'm sorry, suspect. So, with that being said, look, at the end of the day, he was under pressure. He came in and he showed through. But I tweeted a lot during yesterday, and see, this is the issue I have with living in today's world, the clickbait world, the hype world. Let's be objective here. Let us be fully objective. How does what Messi did against a poor Ecuador team, who already haven't even qualified, who were already eliminated from qualifying, how does what Messi did mean that he's the best in the world? What he did is amazing based off their record in Ecuador, how they've hardly won in that place, the fact that they were under so much pressure, how badly they played. That is where he gives a lot of credit. But do you know what it means to use that as an example of him being the greatest of all time? And then people then use the arguments of like, well, it is that, plus what he did in the Champions League, what he did in the 2040 World Cup against Iran, so on and so forth. I don't know how many ways to say this. I mean, yeah, I speak Spanish, I speak a bit of Yoruba, but I thought a lot of people speak and understand English, you know. I'm learning on my sign language as well. But I'll say it again. The World Cup medal is the most important medal. That's a fact, okay? Not the Champions League, not the Domestic Cup. These are facts. You just have to accept this, okay? This is why you watch this flipping channel, because I give you the truth. Other guys just talk out of their rear end. The World Cup medal is the most important medal. You cannot be the greatest without a World Cup winner's medal. That is how it works. Do you understand that? Was that fine? Did I say it too quickly or too fast? But look, man, this is just part one of what Messi needs to do. Because what he did against Ecuador is the minimum I accept. That's the minimum. For somebody of his talent, of what he's done, what he did against Ecuador, that's the minimum. So if Janssen did that, or if Rooney, 2017 Rooney did that, then I'm like, wow, whoa. Then, you know, wax lyrical, what the hell? So, because let's be fair, Christina did score a hat trick against a Swedish team who I believe are probably on par with this Ecuador, possibly even better. I mean, this is a Swedish team that did have Ibrahimovic, and Christina did score a hat trick as well. So, and even when he did that, I was like, fair enough, he showed up. Oh my gosh, I'm not calling him the greatest of all time. Now, that's good. Now I have to do it at the tournament. Because again, Germany's waiting. And Germany ain't Ecuador. You can believe that. You can believe that. And this Brazil team with Tino, Neymar, William, Garbo, I mean, this Brazil team, So, but look, man, I give him credit. He showed up, but we have to be realistic here. Because the worst thing you can do is say that's it, greatest of all time. It doesn't matter. He goes to the World Cup in Russia and they get knocked out in the groups. Oh well, I mean, he did do it against Ecuador, but he got knocked out in the groups. Well, you know. So guys, come on, guys. We have to hold certain people and players to a higher standard. Because if we're talking about the greatest, we have to hold them towards great standards, great levels. That is what football is about. That is what being the greatest is about. Okay? The USA. Before I delve into the USA, let's spare a thought for... Not really spare a thought, let us actually... congratulate Panama. there's a link out there. Go to YouTube of a Panama substitute who, with whoever they play, I think it was Costa Rica, whoever they play, as they were about to take a throw in, this guy must have ran like 50 meters in like two seconds. He smacked that ball so hard. I think that ball is just arriving in Pluto right now. That's how far the guy smacked the ball just to try and tie time waste. Amazing. Oh my gosh, guys, we have two debutants, Iceland and Panama, and I think for Panama that is a stupendous, amazing, incredible achievement already. Their president has already signed a decree of when they qualify, saying that that's the day when they qualified is not going to become a public holiday. I just think that, I mean, how many people even live in Panama? I mean, that's such a beautiful story. It's such an I don't think we can really put it into proper context of words as to how amazing that achievement is because of who they went in at whose expense, namely America. But for Panama, I just think it's going to be amazing. And for them, look, they're not going to sniff a quarter. They may not even sniff a second round. But the very fact that people from Panama can go to Russia, hopefully, say safely, and you can cheer on your team as a World Cup, the greatest tournament, the greatest sporting tournament in the world, and you can cheer your team and your country, wear your country's colors at the World Cup with the world watching. I just think that is a beautiful, amazing thing. That's just a beautiful thing. USA. This is a topic that I've delved into before. But I'll reiterate what I said again. And it's a simple question. America, either you want to take this sport seriously or you don't. If you want to take this sport seriously, you have to invest and you have to treat it seriously by the kind of coaching and the players that you try and bring up. Because the very fact of the matter is that America take basketball, American football, baseball, athletics more seriously than they do football. Football is way down in the pecking order there. And you can't just think that because you're American, you can just waltz in and start. First of all, you can't even begin to compete because teams like Germany, Brazil, Spain, Italy are in a different lifetime from you. They are lifetimes ahead of you. You can't even sniff at them. To even compete against Mexico, Costa Rica, people within your thing, you've got to be a lot more serious because the players you have, first of all, are they really that's good? And I said this in an article that I wrote, and this is true. Christian Pulisic is already the greatest American football player of all time. I couldn't give a damn about Landon Donovan. I don't care about Clint Dempsey. Christian Pulisic already, at his age, is the best player in America's history. And he's easily the best player in this current American national team. A guy who is a flipping fetus and that young. So for America is that, because it is so easy for America to be a world force because of how many different racial ethnicities you have within your country. You can create and have a team and nurture a team that can compete with the very best. But football in America is seen as a rich person's sport, played by suburban kids, not really played by the poorer kids. The poorer kids gravitate more towards the NBA or the NFL also, but most likely towards the NBA. So if you're making your sport so exclusive and there's not enough access for the kids on the streets who are probably even better than these rich kids, that means the pool of talent you have becomes very small. And then you have a situation where, like Michael Bradley, like Clint Dempsey, I tell you that Clint Dempsey is now a world-class player. So, and for me, I don't know whether America will end. I don't know whether because I don't think that America takes the World Cup seriously. Because I think for Americans, they still want to push ahead that the Super Bowl is the biggest sporting event. But I think specifically they want to push ahead that the Super Bowl is the biggest sporting event. But we all know the issues that the NFL are now having. Obviously instigated by Trump. And even before these situations with the national anthem, the Super Bowl was never in the same league as the World Cup. Because people like me only tuned into the Super Bowl to watch the halftime performance. The World Cup is the biggest sporting event on the globe. It just is. There's no event that America can bring up that will ever come close to competing with the will ever come close to competing with the Super Bowl. Nothing, no events America can create will ever come close to the magnanimous hugeness that is the World Cup. It just is. I'm sorry. So if you want to get in on the party and actually compete, you've got to do the work. You've got to do the groundwork. You've got to make your sport a lot more accessible. Because if you don't, you're still going to run into these situations. Nigeria and Egypt. First of all, I got to give a congrats to Egypt because I've got a lot of Egyptian amigos on my Twitter and people that I know. So it would be amiss for me not to actually give a congrats to Egypt and welcome them aboard. Because look now, because people also say that for Egypt that they're much more Middle Eastern, they're not really African. At the end of the day, Egypt, you're in this damn continent. That means you are with us, and we're representing Africa. So I think I'm very excited that Egypt are in it. Obviously, I'm overjoyed that Nigeria are in it. Again, I'm not really that confident as to how well we can do because the team needs a lot of work. And I don't think they are really as talented as teams from yesteryear. But I'm still excited. But I'm really happy that both of these guys are in them because I think if Nigeria have a fully fit team and Kelechi can get into Kelechi and Iwobi are two young, exciting players can actually get into the team and really come in there at their best physically. And Nwakali as well. Oshime can come in. Guys, who knows, man? Who knows? Nigeria could be interesting. And I implore General to take the young boys. Take the young boys. You never know what they can do. This could be the World Cup where they just really shine. And for Egypt, again, like Salah, man. Salah. You just hope and pray that he is fit for the World Cup and he doesn't have any kind of serious injury, because I just think for Egypt, who knows what they can do. And I'm so glad that ever since 1990, these guys who have dominated African football for so long are going to be in there and are going to see what they can do. And again, I'm hoping that Senegal can join them as well, because I think that Senegal with Mane can be another strong force. So yeah, it's about, how well can Africa do? Again, I've got to be objective, I've got to be realistic. I don't think they can do that well, because again, I repeat, you look at Brazil, you look at Portugal, you look at all of these guys are tight. These guys are really big time. So yeah, man, it's going to be pretty tricky. Actually, there's another item I wanted to touch upon very briefly. It's Portugal. So Portugal, they did what they needed to do, 2-0 against Switzerland, and I'm worried. As we all know, me and Cristiano were not the best of friends. He is my sworn enemy. And if he wins the World Cup, that's a problem, because then that opens up the whole horseman conversation. But because I was at the office, so I only caught towards the end of the Portugal-Switzerland game. But I look at this team, and this is a team who look left, look right, could find themselves in a semi-final. Because, as I said again, it is the right blend of experience and youth. I keep on telling people, William Carvalho, that guy's underrated. That guy's a really good anchor type midfielder. You're looking at what Adrien Silva, finally, a Portuguese striker who is really, coming to it, because in Portugal, that has been the criticism. They never really had a striker. You know what Cristiano can do. Nani, Pepe, this is the old heads who can still bang. Charisma can still bang. Bernardo Silva, an up-and-coming number 10, who's obviously coming in under the tutelage of David Silva. So I look at that Portuguese team, guys, and I'm worried, man, because I think these guys, man, if they get a nice group, they start to hit their stride, they could get a 1-0 here, 2-1 here, penalties. They could be lucky. Look left, look right, they could be in a semi. And it's in Europe. And we know the kinds, and history has taught us of how well European teams do in Europe and how much harder South American and African teams, specifically South American teams, find it hard winning in Europe. I'm worried. Ballon d'Or nominations. Okay, guys. This is okay. Look, I'm just going to come out of this right now. What is the point of this Ballon d'Or nominations? Because there was this huge, massive thing. I'll put up my flipping Twitter page, and there's this huge thing of like, oh my god, what's it called? Like, oh, this has been nominated. Oh, he's been nominated. Oh, he's been nominated. Who's been nominated? I mean, again, am I missing something? Because we all know who the final three will be, and we all know who is going to win it. So why is there even a big deal made of like, hey, I got nominated for the final 50? I mean, it's like, because we know that Cristiano's already going to win it. So what's this for? What's the point? And the thing that worries me is that everybody knows who's going to win, but people still kind of mimic themselves to be in this strange false sense of suspense. So I think that it just doesn't make any sense. And again, I'd give it to Modric. Okay, I'd give it to Modric because of what he did for Real Madrid and how important he was. Because again, you say to yourself that if Modric isn't in that Real Madrid team, do they win the trophies they win? Did they win the Champions League? Did they win the league? I don't think so. I don't think so. Because let's just not look at the obvious. But again, these things I say, they always fall on deaf ears because again, nobody really gives a damn. I say, if you want a goal scoring award, give Christina the goal scoring award. This is the best football, which encompasses everything. But again, do people listen? Do they want to listen? No. So we move on. When I say that, I just think it's extremely stupid, extremely annoying that you've made such a big deal out of these Ballon d'Or nominations, and it's like, okay, yeah, and those 49 people are 8 don't have a chance of winning. So, final thing. I said this on a hangout, and people said that, what would you want? Brazil, and I mean, what is your ideal World Cup final? And I said, Brazil, France. Based on I think that would be probably the most talented final that we'll see. Based on you have Mbappe, Dembele, Pogba, Martial, so forth. But I always feel that in life things rhyme. That there is within the complexities of life, I think there is a pattern. History repeats itself, and something just tells me that the forces of nature say that two teams have to be on a collision course, that it is their destiny to meet in the final. Because if I got baptized in a semi-final in my own country, I will not sleep, I will not eat until I get revenge. That will keep me up forever. Germany are currently on 4 World Cups, 1 behind Brazil. And Germany will want nothing more than to get that 5th title. That's what Germany wants. To get that 5th title. And they could do it. But Brazil wants revenge. So I feel that the final that the world deserves is Brazil versus Germany. Because that would be a fantastic final. That would be a fantastic final. Because can I just imagine if everybody's fit. A final that has Neymar, Coutinho, Gabriel Jesus, Willian, the Zillage, Draxler, Boateng, Hummels, Brandt. Guys, so that's because I have to predict what you think the final will be, because you have to look at groups, permutations, and so forth. But I think the final that has to happen. That's the key thing. The final that has to happen is Brazil versus Germany. In the comments below, tell me if both teams are fit, fully fit, who would win? Guys, it's been swell. It's been good. Thank you for supporting the Football Hut. Stay true and stay black. We ain't stopping. Yo guys, thank you very much for this video. Remember to subscribe to the Football Hut, head over here, and to visit the official Half of Football Hut website, just click the link over there. Peace.